The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, the second book after The Lion King. This is the story of The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Let's begin now. The animals of the Pride Lands gathered once again to pay their respects to the Lion King and his queen. A cub has been born to Simba and Nala. Rafiki, the wise baboon, raised the cub towards the sun as its parents watched proudly. The new cub was a lioness. Princess Kiara was her name. Rafiki painted Kiara's picture next to that of her father, Simba. The circle of life is complete, Rafiki said. But was it? Guys, if you think the circle of life is complete, write a comment down below. What is the part of the Lion King family tree? Let's continue to read now. For beyond the Pride Lands lived the outsiders. They have been banished by Simba for siding with the evil Scar. Sira, the mean-spirited lioness, was their leader. Scar had chosen Sira's cub, Kovu, to be king. There was the news from the Pride Lands. Simba's cub was a girl. Perfect, Sira exclaimed. Girls will be girls, but boys will be kings. Sira planned to reclaim the Pride Lands for the outsiders, with Kovu as the next Lion King. Months passed quickly. Kiara grew into an adventurous young lioness, eager to explore the Pride Lands. Stay in sight of Pride Rock, Simba reminded her as she was about to bound off excitedly. Simba sent Timon and Pumbaa to watch over her, just in case, but she managed to slip away from her babysitters. When they stopped to snack on some grubs, yum, yum. Okay, right here. Suddenly, Kiara came face to face with Kovu. She circled him. My father said to never turn your back on an outsider. Do you always do what Daddy says? Kovu asked. Just then, what cubs thought was a fallen log moved. It was a crocodile on an attack. Kiara and Kovu scrambled out of the crocodile's reach. We make a good team, Kiara said. The two cubs began a game of tag. Just as Kovu was about to tag Kiara, there was a defining roar. It was Simba. He jumped between the cubs and approached the outsider. Then there was another roar. This time it was Sira. The lions faced off. I banished you from the Pride Lands, Simba reminded her. Take your son and get out. As Sira turned away, Kovu and Kiara said goodbye to each other and sadly returned to their homes. Back home, Simba scolded his daughter. You need to be careful, Simba told her. As the future queen. What if I don't want to be the queen? Kiara interrupted. That's like saying you don't want to be a lion. Simba replied. It's in your blood. As I am, we are one. Becoming queen was a big responsibility, but Kiara wished she and Kovu could have become friends. Aww. Really. Yeah. Far from Pride Rock, Sierra scolded Kovu for being a Pridelander. For being with a Pridelander. Okay. I'm sorry, Kovu said. I thought we could be friends. What an idea! Sierra forgot her anger. Friendship with Kiara was the perfect way to trick Simba into welcoming Kovu into his pride. Then Kovu would replace Simba as king. The years passed under Sierra's guidance. Kovu grew into a fierce lion with only one purpose: to reclaim the Pride Lands. Under Simba's guidance, Kiara also grew up. Today, Simba was sending her on her first hunt. Meanwhile, Zero was watching a fire her lions had set in the distance. The plan is in motion, she said to Kovu. Go! Kovu sped off in the direction by the fire. Before long, he found Kiara. Who was overcome by the smoke. Kovu quickly placed her on his back and carried her to safety, where he was met by Simba. Kovu stepped forward. I wish to join your pride, he said to the Lion King. No, you're an outsider, was Simba's reply. But the others reminded him that Kovu had saved Kiara's life. Recently, the Lion King agreed. It was night when everyone got back to the Pride Rock. Thanks for saving me today, Kiara said. What kind of hunter are you, Princess? Kovu asked. You almost got killed yourself. And I suppose you could teach me? She challenged. All right, we'll start my first lesson at dawn. Sierra's spies watched Kovu and Kiara begin to form a friendship. They would report that Sierra's plan was working. Oh no. What do you think is going to happen, guys? If you watched The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride, just put down in the comments. As the sun rose, Kovu took Kiara out into the Pride Lands, where the lesson turned into a day of play. Kovu had never had so much fun in his life. That night, the friends watched the stars together. Oh yes, just like what I do. My father says all the great kings are up there, Kiara told Kovu. Do you think Scar is up there? I don't know. My father said there was a darkness in Scar, one he couldn't escape. Kovu stared at the sky. He wondered if there is darkness in him too, as there he had been a Scar. Sheesh. Simba watched Kiara and Kovu from Pride Rock. He was still unsure about the outsider and worried about the future of his pride. He, too, looked into the stars and his father for guidance. Nala approached him. Simba, you want so much to walk the path unexpected of you, she said. Remember, Kovu does not. Nala was right. Kovu was questioning the path Sierra had planned for him. Was it evil to follow Sierra's teachings? To be like Scar? Suddenly, an arm popped out of the bush. It was Rafiki. Follow me, he said. Kiara and Kovu followed him to a beautiful waterfall. Cool. There the wise baboon taught the young lions about Unpendi, a special place in the heart of Kiara and Kovu, now shared. Oh. Early the next morning, Simba approached Kovu for a lion-to-lion talk. Scar couldn't let go of his hate, Simba told to the young lion. But sometimes, what's left behind can grow better than a generation before. Kovu understood. Simba was giving him a chance to prove himself. That evening, as Simba and Kovu were returning to Pride Rock, Sira emerged. Well done, Kovu, Sira scoffed. You separated Simba from the others, just as we planned. No, Kovu protested. I had nothing to do with this. Sira's lions attacked. Simba tried to fight them off, but he was outnumbered. Sira's lieutenant, Nuka, cursed the Lion King as he scrambled over a pile of logs. Simba escaped, hurt but alive. Nuka was not so lucky. Uh-oh. Dum-dum-dum-dum. Dum-dum-dum-dum. After the battle, Simba banished Kovu from the Pride Lands. Kovu didn't do it, Kiara pleaded, but her father wasn't willing to listen. Kiara ran after Kovu and found him by the pool of water. They sat together and watched their reflections. As their images merged, they began to fall in love. We are one, Kovu said. Kiara agreed. Our place is with our prides. We will unite them again. Kiara and Kovu found the two prides facing off. This has to stop, Kiara said to the lions. We are all part of the circle of life. We are one. An outsider stepped forward. Kiara was right, she said to Zira. Slowly, the other outsiders joined the Pride Landers. Woohoo! Only Zira refused to offer of peace. She lunged viciously at Kiara, but missed her target and tumbled over a ridge. Kiara reached down to her, but Zira couldn't reach her paw. An evil lioness fell into the ravine and was never seen again. Soon Kiara and Kovu were sitting proudly at the side of Simba and Nala as Rafiki blessed their union. All the lions looked with pleasure. Simba's pride had finally been reunited. The end. We are one. Am I right, guys? If you like this book, please subscribe to my channel and comment #LionKing and #LionKing to Simba's Pride. And we'll see you for some more videos, kids. Goodbye.